Welcome into another telecast of LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Charlie McGraw. For our final regular season game of the year, we got a good one in store. Mamaroneck, who had won more than 20 games in a row the last 2 years, lost their first game of the season to Scarsdale 4-0, and today is the rematch. It should be a great game. Mamaroneck just tied one of the best teams in the state, one of the best in the country, in Lakeland the other day. The first time Lakeland had a tie against a New York opponent. They haven't lost against New York opponents since 2008. First time they tied an opponent this past Saturday was to Mamaroneck 1-1. So Mamaroneck's got that high, and first game of the season they did not play well against Scarsdale and they lost 4-0. So we'll see if they can get their revenge, as we'll have the opening hit next on LMC Varsity Sports.
To today's game between Scarsdale Raiders and your Mamaroneck Tigers. Starting for Scarsdale, number 10, Jilly Melman. Number 6, Abby Glazier. Number 16, Erin Nicholas. Number 8, Emma Schwartz. Number 1, Julia Jamesley. Number 4, Emma Coleman. Number 17, Angie Burns. Number 2, Elizabeth Scarsdale. Number 25, Haley Panessa. Number 91, Lila Horwood.
Good call, Rob. Good call.
And number 11, Audrey Shave. And the rest of the Scarsdale Raiders, please come out. For your Mamaroneck Tigers, number 1, sophomore, Bridget Knowles. Number 3, sophomore, Sophie Lighton. Number 4, sophomore, Caroline Allen. Number 5, junior, Molly Banks. Number 6, sophomore, Elizabeth Brissett. Number 14, junior, Sophie Brill. Number 17, senior, captain, Paige Danahy. Number 20, senior, captain, Sophie Miller. Number 23, junior, Emily Mullen. Number 27, sophomore, Erin Cotter. And number 99, senior, Charlotte Mackey. And the rest of your Mamaroneck Tigers.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, I'm Charlie McGraw, alongside cameramen BJ Person-Peary, Rob Moretti, and Jack Wells. We are here at Mamaroneck for the final regular season game of this 2016 fall season on LMC Varsity Sports. We had, what was it, 20 regular season games?
A couple of rainouts.
A couple of rainouts, so 18 regular season games about on the fall slate, and we'll have several playoff games. Hope to have at least 5 or 6, maybe more, as Mamaroneck will clear it. These two meeting For the second time this year, Scarsdale won the first meeting 4-0 at Scarsdale. First game of the season for both teams. Only loss from Mamaroneck. They went 12-1-2. Scarsdale 13-1-1. Mamaroneck gets on the offensive end now and brought up by Elizabeth Brissett, and a foul on Brissett. 5-yard warning on Elizabeth Brissett. 5-yard warning for Elizabeth Brissett before the card was issued, so no card for her. As Emma Coleman, she fouled Coleman and then she didn't let her dribble it. She played the ball right away, which it's a newer rule. Or it's like the 10 yards in soccer that you have to give for a free kick. As we're a minute and a half gone by. And it'll be a free hit coming for Scarsdale and Angie Burns. Scarsdale coached by Sharon Rosenthal, and of course Mamaroneck coached by the legendary John Savage. Also assisted by Trisha Miller of the Tigers. As intercepted by Scarsdale and stolen right back by Paige Dennehy, senior captain. 4 seniors honored before the game right after we got here. So we weren't able to film it for you, but as the 4 seniors, Fran Barchetti, Paige Dennehy, Sophie Miller, and Charlotte Mackey were honored for the game. A high stick on Mamaroneck. Beautiful day, 75, 80 degrees, and it's October 17th, excuse me, thank you, Rob. October 17th, halfway through the month of October, and we got 75 degree, 80 degree weather. Feels like the summer. I would say more like a June 16th. Not quite as hot as a summer day.
Go Raiders!
Free hit coming for the Raiders. And another legal play towards the box, kicked away by Mackey for her first save, and 1 save for Charlotte Mackey, who had 12 saves against Lakeland to help preserve a 1-1 tie against the best team in New York State class. Although there are Class B. Field hockeys are just A, B, and C. No AA or D. There's not many teams left in D for anything. There's 2 in football in Section 1. They both make the final, Tucko and Haldane. I think neither have a field hockey team. Goes out on a free hit coming for the Raiders with 26 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this first half. No score here at Mamaroneck High School. Thanks so much for joining us here on LMC Varsity Sports. It'll be played forward as it's stolen by Mamaroneck. Elizabeth Brissett has it. Free hit coming. That's a warning for Scarsdale now, as they weren't 5 yards away when Brissett had it. So they both have a warning. The both benches are warned. It's like when the college football, I was watching the game the other night, and they warned the benches for getting Ohio State. And then they got a 15-yard penalty, Urban Meyer, after the second warning. Because I think they came on the field or was too close to the play or arguing. Kind of similar warning-wise. I think the next would result in a green card, a player coming off if they interfere in this game. Which is like a warning card. There's 3 cards, a green and a yellow and then a red. As opposed to soccer where there's just a yellow and a red. A foul on Scarsdale. Free hit coming against Emma Coleman. Mamaroneck will have it from the 20-yard line in Scarsdale territory. And that's a foul. It'll be a free hit against Aaron Nicholas. It goes towards the box. Stolen away by Mamaroneck. Sophie Miller, and a foul on Miller. And a free hit coming for the Raiders. And they look to bring it up now. Miller has it. Nearly intercepted. And a foul on Jilly Melman. Scarsdale brings it towards the box on the shovel pass there by Aaron Nicholas. And brought forward by Scarsdale, intercepted by Mamaroneck and intercepted by the defender Angie Burns. And we have an illegal kick, a foot against Mamaroneck. So Scarsdale played it the free hit, and Haley Panezza, one of the last defenders for Scarsdale, will play it up at her own 35-yard line. Free hit coming for Mamaroneck. Neither team has made a sub yet, as we're just 6.5 minutes gone by in this first half. No score. Mamaroneck looking to win their league, as the winner of this game wins the league and will get the number 1 seed in Class A most likely. And the loser will most likely have the number 2 seed. Either way, you get home field advantage. 1 and the 2 have home field advantage until the finals, because the finals are at a neutral site. So, as it has been for every Section 1 championship in sport for the last, like, this whole decade, basically. Yeah, several years at least. I mean, when I played in a section final in soccer, we played at Suffern. We were coming from Bronxville, 50 minutes. But we played Hastings, so we both had to travel. I always find that ironic, like both teams have to travel further, you know, for a game in a neutral site. But yeah, you really can't give home field advantage for something as big as a section championship. But today, there's no really home field advantage because there's almost the same amount of fans from Scarsdale and Mamaroneck. A good crowd for this game. It definitely helps with the perfect weather. Ref looked to blow his whistle again, but he put it in his pocket as Mr. Softy's back. A beautiful day for Mr. Softy to do some business. Does that want to go off of Scarsdale, and it'll be a free hit for Mamaroneck. 8 minutes gone by in this first half. No score. Scarsdale's 13-1-1. Only loss was to Lakeland. And Mamaroneck 12-1-2. Only loss was to Scarsdale, and their 2 ties were to Yorktown. I mean, no, the 2 ties were to Lakeland, and Lakeland is right near Yorktown. And the Wilton High School in Connecticut. I think they played Darien last year, not this year. Didn't Mamaroneck play Darien in lacrosse, I think? Something like that. But anyway, it'll be played up. I think Darien's also a big school, so that would be okay. A free hit coming from Mamaroneck, and it is shanked, though, by Sophie Layden, the sophomore. And a foul called against Layden. They'll put the ball back on the 40, and that's where Scarsdale will play it. With 9 minutes and 15 seconds gone by in a scoreless. Just one shot for scoreless first half. Just one shot for the Raiders, saved by Charlotte Mackey, and no shots so far from Mamaroneck. So Mackey made 12 saves and helped preserve the 1-1 tie. The Raiders move towards the goal, almost cleared by Mamaroneck, towards Mackey. She makes the save, still loose in front, and it is cleared by the Tigers and Sophie Miller. So good saves, 2 saves for Charlotte Mackey. She's got 3 now in the first 10 minutes. And it was a golden chance for Scarsdale to take an early 1-0 lead, but Mackey made the saves here on senior day, did the senior. Stolen away by Scarsdale. Emma Schwartz, but a foul against her. So it'll be a free hit coming for Mamaroneck. About 5-10 yards outside their circle with 19:30 remaining in this first half. 2 30-minute halves in field hockey. No overtime in the regular season. That's why Mamaroneck has 2 ties and Scarsdale has 1. It's in their records. The tie is at the end of the record. And the losses are right after, so the 13-1-1 for Scarsdale. 13 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss. 12 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties for Mamaroneck, 12-1-2. Is this one towards the box? Nice play on the pass. Mamaroneck looking for their first shot of the game, and they'll get denied by the Scarsdale defense as it'll be played forward by the Raiders. And now they'll have a little opening here as Audrey Shave will have it, but she'll bring it forward, and it was stolen by Emily Mullen. Ripped forward by the Raiders once again. And Paige Panessa to Audrey Shave, and played up again by Emma Schwartz. Stolen by Erin Nicholas on a good read there by the Raiders. And stolen right back by Mamaroneck. And Bridget Knowles bringing it forward. Is Elizabeth Brissett looking towards the goal, deflected by Scarsdale and cleared out by the Raider defense, and unable to get it was Emma Schwartz, as it'll be a free hit coming for Sophie Layden. The best offensive pressure from Mamaroneck in this first 12 minutes just occurred. As
She hit it. She hit it.
Mamaroneck will be a man up now, as there was a delay. No. We'll have a sub here. It's coming out because of the warning, as she got too close to her. Instead of waiting 5 seconds, was Emma Schwartz. She'll be replaced by Olivia Haller. So she'll have to sit out for 2 minutes, and then she could come back in. Didn't look like a high hit coming against Mamaroneck. Free hit for the Raiders. Coach Savage does not seem happy on the sidelines, as that'll be played forward by Scarsdale. Intercepted by Mamaroneck's Paige Dennehy. Kick against Scarsdale. Brought forward by Mamaroneck. And Bridget Knowles has it. She got the pass at the 50 outside to Sophie Layden, and we will have a foul on Layden. Free hit coming for the Tigers with 16 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this first half, nearly at the halfway point. Played forward by Mamaroneck. And Scarsdale will play it forward with Angie Burns, as intercepted by Caroline Allen for a moment, and then intercepted by Erin Nicholas. Nicholas gets it back, tries the sweep pass, but it is knocked out. And we will have a free hit for Scarsdale. As it'll be played forward by Scarsdale, but they go back with it first. And Intercepted by Scarsdale, as Mamaroneck was unable to clear, as we are past the halfway point of this first half, and we have a defensive battle, 0-0. 3 shots for the Raiders, none for Mamaroneck. Played up by Emma Coleman, out of bounds off of Mamaroneck, and Coleman will have a free hit at the 50, which she will leave for teammate Angie Burns. Erin Nicholas plays it forward towards the box, and she's double teamed, and they're able to clear it away, and it'll be a free hit for the Raiders as Emily Mullen hit it out. As it'll be brought up, and Scarsdale will hit it out of bounds, and we'll have a free hit for Mamaroneck. Scarsdale, of course, in the road blacks with the maroon jersey numbers, and Mamaroneck in the white jersey and orange numbers. This home game here. Erin Nicholas shoots it towards the goal, intercepted though by the Tigers' Emily Mullen, and she'll play it forward for Mamaroneck. And stolen right back, but a foul. So Miller will dribble it up.
Go to it.
Intercepted by Sophie Miller. Intercepted again. And the free hit will be placed at the 40. With 12:45 to go in this first half in a 0-0 game. This one will be played back and out of bounds as Melman couldn't find Jamesley. As going towards the goal, Knowles. Mamaroneck looking for their first shot still, and they'll have a penalty corner. First of the game. First for either team, as Mamaroneck will have the penalty corner. As this one will be played towards the box. Kick save and a beauty. First save by Lila Horwood is enough to deny a great opportunity for Mamaroneck, as they had it on the doorstep. Did Elizabeth Brissett, as she looked like she was about to score, but Lila Horwood kicked it away, and we're tied at 0 still with 11:30 to go in this first half here at Memorial Field on the campus of Mamaroneck High School, right across from the Mamaroneck Town Center. The office, one of the offices of LMC TV's home is in the Mamaroneck Town Center, where our producer and cameraman, Rob, works out of. So he gets to see the conditions of the turf field before we come over here. Most of the time they're excellent. This is turf, as we're going towards the goal now. And the shot is cleared away, as Elizabeth Brissett had a chance at it, but it was cleared by the Raiders. It'll be a long corner, which they just did this year, placed at the 20. With 10:20 remaining. Actually, the 25, excuse me. Ball will be placed on the 20 now. As Layden has it, she'll dribble it and try to get through 3 defenders. And it'll be a free hit again. They'll switch it up though. Sophie excuse me, Paige Dennehy will take it instead of Sophie Layden. She'll fake it, and coming up for it, confused Scarsdale, but they then intercepted it. And playing it forward are the Raiders, looking for the first goal, going towards it. We have a semi-breakaway, but she was stopped as it went a little too far for Julia Melman in the corner. It's played by a couple of high sticks legally, and intercepted by Sophie Brill. And played up to Bridget Knowles, intercepted by Haley Panessa, and a free hit at the 40 as we have some very good field hockey being played in this first 21 minutes here at Mamaroneck High School. Everything we thought it was, as it's been a battle, definitely. Much different team than when Mamaroneck lost. They reeled off of 14 straight games where they undefeated 14 straight games since the loss to Scarsdale. This is the first game of the year they lost to Scarsdale, which was very early to play a league rivalry. That's crazy though. First game of the season is against Scarsdale. Last game of the season is against Scarsdale. And Scarsdale's very good this year. They played in the final last year of the sectionals. Mamaroneck won by a goal or two. They won pretty easily, thank you, Rob. And that play is shot by Miller, and another good save. Second of the game for Lila Horwood. So 2 penalty corners are snuffed away by Scarsdale, and we will have a long corner here with 8 minutes to go in this first half. 3 shots for Scarsdale, 2 shots for Mamaroneck, and no goals for either team. And it is a chance at a clear, as a free hit coming at their own 15 for the Raiders. That one will go out past the blue line, and it'll be a free hit, not to be confused with the blue line in hockey, which is in an out of bounds line. The out of bounds in hockey is over the glass. It's the defensive line for offsides and whatnot. As that one is cleared by Erin Nicholas. Intercepted by Mamaroneck and Caroline Allen, but a high stick. Nearly intercepted by Julie Melman, but intercepted right back by Mamaroneck with 6:50 to go in this first half. Intercepted on a shank play by Emma Schwartz. Had to sit out those 2 minutes because of that warning, where she was like a time delay, as she was supposed to get 5 yards, and both teams were warned already.
Up their stick. Up their stick. Come on, Black. Go. Come on, right here at the 45. Come on, Black.
Free hit at the 45 for Scarsdale with 6:15 to go in this first half. Sophie Brill intercepts, plays it forward to Elizabeth Brissett, but then intercepted right back by the Raiders. Played forward by Olivia Haller, and intercepted back by Paige Dennehy.
Go Raiders!
Intercepted by Paige Dennehy, senior co-captain. Her and Sophie Miller are the co-captains. Both numbers are right next to each other. 17 for Miller, 20 for 17 for Dennehy, 20 for Miller. Spin pass a little too long by Julia Jamesley, and trying to track it down with Emma Schwartz, unable to. Intercepted by the Raiders, Olivia Haller. Haller plays it to Schwartz, intercepted and knocked out by Molly Banks with 4:50 to go in this first half. playing it up, and a foul. It'll be played a free hit coming. And in front of the goal, who's playing it there, was Erin Nicholas. Intercepted back by Nicholas. She plays it towards the goal and kicked away by Mackey, and a foul. Too close to Mackey was Julia Jamesley.
Why is it not a 5? Stop, Brady!
So it'll be played forward by Mamaroneck and Emily Mullen. Looking for Sophie Brill. And a long change of fields by Mullen. And it'll go out off of Mamaroneck. Looked like, I thought the way the referee signaled that it was a timeout by Coach Savage, but no, it wasn't. As that'll be kicked forward and intercepted by Brissett. That's the kick from Nyla Harwood. Turned away, and what a save by Scarsdale on Emma Coleman. Emma Coleman's stick saved a possible goal as it was redirected and played inside the box. Well, it would have counted, but Emma Coleman had the save as similar to the play of the week this past week by Mamaroneck's defender. The game we did, Thomas House. 2 saves in a row on the head. This was basically very similar as Emma Coleman had a stick save that looked like it was by, as it got by the goalie, like it did in the play against Thomas House. That made the 2-header save. Got by Lila Harwood, but it's about second time Scarsdale's done that. So that's a shot, but not a save for Harwood. So that'll be played forward with inside the 3-minute mark as we have 2:45 to go in this exciting first half. Both coaches letting them play as neither has taken a timeout yet towards the goal, but it will go easily out for a long hit, a free hit. 2 penalty corners from Mamaroneck, 0 for Scarsdale. 2 saves for Lila Harwood from Scarsdale, 3 saves for Charlotte Mackey, 2 saves. So 2 shots from Mamaroneck, 3 shots for the Raiders. Free hit coming. That was Angie Burns made the foul after good defensive stop. Intercepted by Scarsdale, and they will bring it forward in the final 2 minutes of this first half. Sweeping it forward with a backhand was Olivia Holler, who came off the bench, did not start. Playing it forward for Scarsdale with 1:25 to go in this half. Sophie Miller has it. Field hockey, the time is exact to the time on the clock. There's no extra time in field hockey. Sometimes for the football, some football games, at Mamaroneck and Rhinebeck, the field is in field clock is not in sync with the game clock, but not the case here. Sometimes with soccer, there's always the final 2 minutes are kept on the field, but not here, as we exactly have 50 seconds to go in this scoreless first half. Neither team able to put one home yet. And intercepted by Nicholas and intercepted right back by Paige Dennehy. Played forward by Scarsdale for a second, and Nicholas will have it with 33 seconds to go. So we'll see what Erin Nicholas could do with the final 30 seconds. Is playing on with it as Nicholas. As the referee played the advantage, and Mackey with the good kick save, and we will have a foul. 10 seconds left. Nicholas dribbles it. There's only 8 seconds to go, though, so time is on Mamaroneck's side, not Scarsdale's. A penalty corner, but they will play the penalty corner. They will play one sequence of the penalty corner, even though the time ran out. Our field hockey expert, Rob, made that aware. So I've announced several field hockey games, but that's never happened before. So it's a sudden death penalty corner. First one, an untimed down in football. First penalty corner of the game for the Raiders. Third in the game, Mamaroneck had 2. They play it to Nicholas. They're looking to clear it, and it goes out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the first half, as Mamaroneck's pressure was able, and Nicholas passed it too long, and we are done with the first half here at Mamaroneck 0-0. We'll be right back with the second on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Second half underway. I'm Charlie McGraw alongside cameramen Rob Moretti, Jack Wells, and BJ Person-Peary. Rob Moretti is also the LMC Varsity Sports producer. You can follow him at LMC TV Sports on Twitter for all your live game updates and programming schedule, especially with the playoffs coming up. Check there for the program schedule, as that's where the schedule will be posted for the playoffs, or one of the places, as that's on a hereby basis and a need-to-know basis. Well, not really, but yeah.
I don't know basis.
As Rob's got a fly on his hat that makes him look like Jabba Chamberlain.
Lovely.
And he's got the beard like Jabba almost. It'll be a free hit for Scarsdale and Nicholas. She'll play it towards the goal, deflected towards the goal accidentally by Dennehy, and it'll be cleared by Mamaroneck. And a free hit coming for Scarsdale with 28 minutes to go in the game. 28 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. And Mamaroneck clears it for a moment, but it'll go off over the blue line and out of play. That one intercepted by Sophie Brill. The sophomore plays it to Elizabeth Brissett, the sophomore. Played to Sophie Layden towards the goal, and a cutting Sophie Brill. It's too long for her, and it'll be a free hit for the Raiders with 2 minutes gone by in this second half. Intercepted by Sophie Miller, played forward to Sophie Layden and to Bridget Knowles towards the goal on the lift pass, and cleared for a second by Scarsdale. Intercepted by Caroline Allen, played back in, and the shot is a kick save and a beauty. A good shot by Sophie Brill, but an even better save by Lila Horwood, and both teams have 3 shots apiece. It's 3 saves for both goalies. Long corner coming for Scarsdale. So it looked like that was going to be the first goal of the game, but Lila Horwood says, not so fast, my friend, as it's still 0-0. Great save by Horwood. One of the best you'll see in field hockey. The goalies in Section 1 are pretty good in field hockey. You got Horwood, the junior, Mackey. The goalie for Suffern was very good. Alyssa Sanchez. No relation to Mark. Which is a good thing for her. Is that one will be played forward by Scarsdale and intercepted by Emily Mullen, and she'll play it forward. And I don't know if they had a little coffee or it was what the great John Savage said. It was probably what he said, but whole different team. First half started and Scarsdale was dominating. I mean, had more possession and more shots and was up there. But now Mamaroneck in this first 3 minutes and 50 seconds, they've come out with the fire and the spark so far. So they had the near 2 goals as on the cutting play Sophie Brill couldn't get to, and then she nearly scored, but it was saved by Lila Harwood, as Nicholas will leave it and she will go. As Nicholas is the younger sister of James Nicholas, the star hockey player for Scarsdale, who also played golf and was their quarterback last year or 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago. He plays golf at Yale. No, he's a wide receiver. He was good at football and ice hockey. Actually, I think led the section in hockey and scoring in hockey for last year. It was either last year or and the shot by Nicholas right on cue is saved away by Mackey. Once again in front of the goal, and it's scored! The Raiders go in front, 1-0. It was started on the goal by the shot by Nicholas, and then it is scored by Scarsdale's number 8, Schwartz. Emma Schwartz with the goal. So give the assist to Aaron Nicholas, and Coach Savage will call timeout. So just like that is 1-0 lead as Emma Schwartz, 25-17 left in the game, scores to make it 1-0, assisted by Aaron Nicholas, who had the rip shot that was kicked away by Mackey, and then the shot from 10 yards out is scored by Emma Schwartz, and it's 1-0 Scarsdale. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, following the first time out of the game, taken by Coach John Savage right after the first goal of the game, scored by Emma Schwartz, the sophomore. 25-50-1 left in the 25-17 left when she scored, assisted by Aaron Nicholas on the shot as she got the deflection and rebound and scored it. Schwartz also, she was the one who had the 2-minute penalty. I don't think it was technically a green card, but they, when she came out, but she was just, because of the delay of game. Because I have to give the 5 yards on a free hit, and that was a warning that didn't happen. So we'll have our third penalty corner quickly. So Mamaroneck needs to win this game to win the league title and get the #1 seed. If they tie, that would be go in Scarsdale's favor. And redirected in front, and the shot is saved again. It's score! Mamaroneck ties it less than a minute after they took the lead, and it's Elizabeth Brissett who scores. It looked like it was assisted by Sophie Brill, and it is 1-1. 56 seconds later, and we are tied once again. What a field hockey game. So Sophie Brill, it looked like it was a scrum, and she had the initial shot, and it was just scrummed home by the sophomore Elizabeth Brissett. So 2 sophomores have goals, Emma Schwartz and Elizabeth Brissett. Both their names start with E. As Aaron Nicholas drives it towards the goal, and that's a foul against Mamaroneck. I think Sophie Brill had the assist, as it looked like she took the initial shot, but Brissett just snuck in there and was just able to push it past Lila Harwood, who had the initial save. She has 4 saves now. Mackey has 4 saves now. And both teams taken 5 shots and scored once. As a minute after they gave up the first goal of the game, they score after the timeout by Coach John Savage. So we'll have to ask him on the postgame what he said during that timeout, but I don't know if we'll have enough airtime for the whole explanation. As it'll be played forward by Julia Jamsley. As Coach Savage always has the best postgame interviews by far. It's like therapy for him because he airs out his grievances. That's a trip by Aaron Nicholas. And a free hit is stolen as Nicholas gets it right back, and she is pushed by Paige Dennehy, and this game's getting a little chippy now. A little physical by both teams as the trip came by Nicholas, and then Dennehy came back and who got tripped and fouls Nicholas. It's Brissett who scored the goal, steals it and goes forward, but she hit the foot of Scarsdale's Emma Coleman. Played forward. Stolen by Scarsdale. Played forward. This could be what, they'll be the top 2 seeds in Class A, but this could be a preview of, I mean, they could have round 3 in the section final. The favorites to get that far, as Bridget Knowles stole it away, much to the chagrin of the Scarsdale faithful, as they thought she kicked it, which you can't do. He played forward. Free hit coming for Scarsdale with 21:20 remaining. Intercepted by Sophie Layden, and it'll be played forward by the Raiders. And then the Tigers got it on their free hit. Nearly scoring was Bridget Knowles. Layden got it back, and she wins a free hit. So that has to be 5 yards. Actually, it was a penalty corner. Initially, it looked like it was called a penalty corner, but the only one who didn't know that was Knowles, because there wasn't a clear signal, as it was Layden who drew it. So she'll pick it up, hand it off. As it'll be taken by Molly Banks, the defender. Banks will play it, and the shot will be knocked around by Erin Nicholas. Nicholas stopped it initially, cleared up by Haley Panessa, intercepted by Erin Cotter, and Cotter played it to Sophie Brill, intercepted out of bounds. Not finding Angie Burns, couldn't find. Couldn't find Julia Jamsley. Julia Jamsley plays it forward, intercepted, and a foul committed by Cotter. 19:35 to go in this great game. Definitely one of the better high school field hockey games you will see anywhere. Probably got to go to Australia, where they play a lot of field hockey, to see a better high school game. It's a popular male sport in Australia, and they play in the high schools in Australia. Foul, kicked by Emma Coleman. Free hit coming for Sophie Miller. Nicholas stopped it. Erin Nicholas will play it. Nicholas's spin move and backhand is intercepted. Brought up by Elizabeth Brissett. Play on, and we'll have a foul. Long hit.
Here we go, Tigers! Here we go!
So they let him play on like they do in soccer, and then called it after the fact. And it's funny because it'll be played up by Scarsdale here. Intercepted by Banks. But before on that play, it's a obstruction there by Julia Jamsley. Official did not let her play. It's the official sporting the breast cancer awareness sweatbands. Nice to not have to wear a jacket at this game in October 17th. Amazing. Weird. Mother Nature is weird. As Miller plays it forward, she baited Jamsley into hesitating, but wasn't able to put it past. Ball goes out. Intercepted. Paige Dennehy. Elizabeth Brissett has it stolen away by Emma Coleman. 16:50 to go in this game. So there's no overtime in the regular season, as that's why both teams have a tie, and Mamaroneck has 2 ties. Tied Wilton, Connecticut, and Lakeland, one of their best games of the year. Lakeland 1-1. Lakeland had been undefeated against New York State opponents since 2012 until Mamaroneck tied them. It's their first tie, and they haven't lost since 2008. As that goes towards the box, spinning with a good pass, but it's intercepted. And a penalty corner. 5th penalty corner for Mamaroneck, only 1 for Scarsdale. Scarsdale's was when time expired. It's the last play of the game. It was a sudden death. It was like an untimed down in football at the end of the first half. That was their only penalty corner of the game. As Mamaroneck has had 5, they've had 1. As Mamaroneck needs to win this game to win the league and get the 1 seed in Class A. As they scored their goal on a penalty corner, and that's a legal play. It was initially a penalty corner that led to the scrum, as they got one like 30 seconds right after the other team scored, and then they had like a scrum, which was officially 56 seconds after Scarsdale's goal. 25-17 left in the game by Emma Schwartz. 24-21 left in the game, scored by Mamaroneck's Elizabeth Brissett to tie it at 1. So the 5 o'clock dusk, actually 5 o'clock late start. It was still bright and sunny. Technically, they don't need the lights on really, but it's smart they have them on. Is that the JV teams will play after this from these 2 teams under the lights. That'll be a nice thrill for the JV teams. As Mamaroneck is wearing nice jerseys, the JV that has pink lettering for breast cancer awareness, but that is stolen. And another penalty corner in the illegal play. 6 penalty corners for Mamaroneck, 1 for Scarsdale. 14:50 to go in this game, and Molly Banks will run in to take this. Banks will play it to Paige Dennehy, and she will bobble the feed. Played back to Dennehy. Dennehy on a lift pass as illegally played. Sophie Miller played it to her too high, and it'll legally unable to play it as a full parking lot. I mean, parking lot's not very big here at Mamaroneck, but it's filled to capacity for this one. As there's 14 minutes to go in this game. No overtime in this regular season finale, as both teams' regular season opener was taken by Scarsdale over Mamaroneck, and they're going forward with it now. A bad angle shot is missed by Scarsdale's Jilly Melman. Initially, it looked like they called it a deflection, but it's long corner. It looked like it went off of Scarsdale, but they called it a long corner. They'll play it back to go forward, and it's played up by Angie Burns. It'll be brought back as the foul on Nicholas. And nearly intercepted by Nicholas at the 40, as it was hit on the 30 by Sophie Miller. Played forward, and now it's taken up by Paige Dennehy. Playing it, trapping it with a high legal stick was Bridget Knowles. Trying to get through the defense, and Sophie Miller plays it to Dennehy. Penalty corner, number 7. So a touchdown worth of, actually a long corner is the call. Played forward. It's just a free hit towards the box. Coming out to make the save, and a foul against Mamaroneck. Free hit for Scarsdale. As shaken up a bit was Julia Jamsley from Scarsdale, but she looks to be all right. She limped for a second. To be played forward by Angie Burns, the senior. Intercepted by Sophie Miller. Intercepted right back by Erin Nicholas. Intercepted by Paige Dennehy. Intercepted by Sophie Miller. A lot of turnovers here, and long corner. Looks like it should be. So bring it back to the 25 as only 11 minutes and 40 seconds remain in this high-powered game. Energy level and everything. Obstruction called against Caroline Allen. Intercepted here. So Mamaroneck scored a minute, or 56 seconds to be exact. Elizabeth Brissett. She looked like it was assisted by Sophie Brill as there was a scrum as she beat Lila Horwood, who had some 2 good saves earlier in the half. And then Scarsdale scored an initial shot by an assist and initial shot by Erin Nicholas that was scored by Emma Schwartz. 25-17 to go. So only had scoring in a time span of 56 seconds, and that's it, as that's the 1-1 difference. These teams can put up big numbers. Mamaroneck scored 9 in the game, 6. Scarsdale scored 5 or more a couple times. Intercepted by Mamaroneck. Sophie Brill, she goes towards the goal and kicked away. A game-saving save by Lila Horwood. Her 5th of the game as the breakaway by Sophie Brill is denied by the Scarsdale goalie, junior Lila Horwood. And it is still 1-1 with 10:05 to go. A huge save by Lila Horwood, her 5th of the game, 7 for Charlotte Mackey. 12 combined shots. Actually, 14 combined shots. 6 for Mamaroneck, 8 for Scarsdale unofficially, as that is played up. Foul free hit coming for Scarsdale and Angie Burns. Intercepted by Scarsdale illegally. Seven the stat that's eye-catching is the shots. The 9. 7 shots for Mamaroneck, as opposed to 9 for Scarsdale. But the fact that 7 penalty corners for Mamaroneck and just 1 for Scarsdale. And that 1 was as time expired, too. That was with, as time expired, untimed down at the end of the first half. As we have 8:55 after the foul against the Tigers on the high swing. Timeout, Coach Sharon Rosenthal with 8:47. First timeout of the game for Scarsdale. So when we get back, we'll have the final 8:47 here on LMC Varsity Sports. You came this far, it's 1-1. You better not change the channel now. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside cameraman Rob Moretti, Jack Wells, and BJ Person-Peary, as Rob Moretti is also the LMC Varsity Sports producer. I'm Charlie McGraw on a high stick against Scarsdale as they took a timeout to Coach Sharon Rosenthal. The first of the game with 8:47 to go, and after the timeout, now they turn it over. As Sophie Brill plays it forward. But as mentioned before, Mamaroneck needs to win this game to win the league and get the 1 seed, because they lost 4-0 to Scarsdale. So if they tie Scarsdale will have 2 losses. Mamaroneck will have 1, but if they tie, Scarsdale will have the advantage because they beat them already. So they beat Mamaroneck 4-0 in the first game of the season. As Scarsdale's currently 13-1-1, 13 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss. Mamaroneck 12-1-2, 12 wins, 1 tie. 1 loss and 2 ties. 1 loss to Scarsdale's. They were undefeated after that 1 loss, so they've been undefeated in 14 games. And they had a great tie against Lakeland on this turf 2 days ago, 1-1, first time Lakeland's tied a New York opponent since 2012. As they haven't lost since 2008. As Scarsdale will play it forward, and we are in the final 7 minutes of this game. No overtime, as in the playoffs, if there's overtime, it's the finals. It's 7-on-7, which we saw in the state final last year. And they won. So it's like 2 periods of overtime, and then they do, what do they call it, penalty strokes? Shootout. Penalty shootout now. It used to be penalty strokes, right? Yeah. As penalty corner. Second of the game for Scarsdale, as they got it at the end of the first half exactly. So it took 26 and a half. 23 and a half, thank you, Rob, the mathematician and field hockey expert. 23 and a half minutes between penalty corners, as they've only had 2 in the game. Mamaroneck's had 7. As the penalty corner, it's played towards the goal and just wide. As the ball was played by Aaron Nicholas to Audrey Shave, who just missed it wide of the net, and it'll be a free hit coming from their own 17-yard line for Mamaroneck on that hash there, as it'll be played forward out of bounds, and Scarsdale will get it right in front of their own bench with 5:40 to go. So either one of these teams have a goal left. Well, we'll see. As no, if one team does score, there's enough time left. The other team tried very hard to answer, as Mamaroneck scored 56 seconds. Elizabeth Brissett scored 56 seconds after Emma Schwartz opened the game with a goal. I mean, had the first goal of the game with 25 minutes to go in the game. So it's in this half, as that one is, as this one, they play on. The shot is saved coming off the mask, and it's a penalty corner. As losing her stick was the goalie. No, losing her mask, or part of her mask, was the goalie. Lila Harwood, penalty corner number 8. As it was initially, they almost scored basically on, they scored on a penalty corner, as that started the scrum. Was the initial penalty corner Mamaroneck had right after the goal by Scarsdale. Played in the box by the Tigers, and penalty corner number 9, one shy of double digits for the Tigers. Scarsdale just has 2 with 4:35. And Coach Savage will talk about this one with his team. Love to have him mic'd up for this time out, but maybe in 20 years we could do that. So 4:31 to go. We'll be right back on LMC Varsity Sports. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports, Coach Savage looking for the penalty corner. The penalty corner, the defense has 4 players back, and the forward team has double that. But when it's played in, then the Scarsdale defenders can come back from midfield running. The shot is a perfect one, a goal! Scored by Paige Dennehy, assisted by Sophie Layden, and it is 2-1 Mamaroneck with 4 minutes and 24 seconds. What a goal by Dennehy! But she got the corner. The penalty corner was played by Molly Banks. She gets the first assist. Second assist to Sophie Layden. Rob is busy tweeting it out. And Scarsdale does not use a timeout right now. So Dennehy with 4:24 to go. 4:24 left in the game. Dennehy gets the go-ahead goal on a perfect shot on a ridiculous angle, assisted by Sophie Layden, and Molly Banks had the first assist on the penalty corner. Second assist, Sophie Layden, as Dennehy gets the goal with 4:24 left. The senior captain with one of the clutchest goals you could have. Although Elizabeth Brissett won the state championship last year with the Bridget Knowles. She was a JV call-up too, right? Yeah, and she scored. As that's almost a breakaway, I think, for Knowles, right on cue. And she scoops, the scoop shot is just wide, as that would have been clinchers. Bridget Knowles, right on cue, almost scores. So Dennehy and Brissett have both the goals, 20 minutes apart, almost identical. 24-21 left when Brissett scored, and 4:24 left when Dennehy scored. And Scarsdale pushes forward as Mamaroneck, between the first goals, there was 56 seconds apart as Emma Schwartz scored with 25-17, and 56 seconds later, Elizabeth Brissett scored from Mamaroneck. Scarsdale trying to tie it, as if they do, they get the 1 seed and they win the league. As this one will be played forward, looking for Knowles, and she'll be tripped. So that was a favorable call from Mamaroneck as Emma Coleman tripped Knowles, and Scarsdale trying to push it forward with 2:25 left in this one. Foul against Mamaroneck. This one will be played towards the goal. Streaking forward was Julie Melman. Getting it back was Erin Nicholas, and she's able to center and a score! Nicholas with the assist on a perfect pass, and we are tied at 2. As that was assisted by Nicholas and scored by very hard to see with the lights and the not so jersey prone jerseys. 2-2 with 1:59 left. Actually, Nicholas scored the goal, it looks like, and it was assisted by Paige Panessa. Actually, no, it was assisted by Audrey Shave, scored by Erin Nicholas. So Nicholas now has a goal and an assist. Mamaroneck has 1:20 to try score, but to make it 3-2, and they're going forward, and there'll be a free hit coming for Mamaroneck. And all I got to say is, wow. What a game. 1:59 left when Scarsdale tied it on. It was very tough to tell the numbers, but I think it was Erin Nicholas, assisted by Audrey Shave. Nicholas either scored or assisted. I think she scored. Stolen by Mamaroneck. All Scarsdale needs is a tie, and they'll win the league and the #1 seed. Played forward, we have 40 seconds remaining. 40 seconds. And that's a kick. And they'll have to reset at the 35 as the clock continues to run. One of the very flaws of field hockey is a running clock. On a play like this, you waste 10 seconds. That penalty was called with 33 seconds as towards the box. And we'll have a penalty corner with 18 seconds remaining. Mamaroneck's got to hustle. There's 15 seconds left, but it'll matter as this will be the last play of the game. A sudden death penalty corner. Scarsdale will have to fully clear it in order for the clock to win. So, sudden death penalty corner for the league championship and the #1 seed Class A. It's like a cage match. Doesn't get any better than this. Erin Nicholas getting confirmation from the official, the Captain Nicholas. Banks will play it. I think Coach Savage could have called timeout if he wanted to, but he elected not to. They'll play it forward, and it'll be played, and a shot is scored! Mamaroneck wins on the last play of the game! Oh my goodness gracious! Mamaroneck wins 3-2! Wow! As that is a goal by the Tigers, and they get the league championship and the #1 seed in Class A. What a game and what a goal as that was put home by Mamaroneck's Emily Mullen. Will get reconfirmation as the goal scorer and the assist as Banks played it, and it looked like Mullen scored, but we'll have Coach Savage reconfirm it, and you will never ever see a better field hockey game than that. We'll be back with the post-game show and Coach John Savage next on LMC Varsity Sports. Wow. Back here with Molly Banks, who scored the winning goal. And Molly, that was some crazy play. No time left, sudden death basically. was the last play of the game, and you were able to execute, and you passed the ball too, and then you came and made the play. Tell me about that play.
Well, it's one of our strongest plays for sure because we really cross the ball and involve as many people as we can. And my job is really just to put in the ball when it comes, send it to opposite post, and I'm there.
And then there was just a scrum in front, and you were able to score it, and they weren't able to clear it. The moment for the scrum is just basically to muscle it out, right? And that was a crazy play.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, going through my mind, I was just thinking, just finish the play, just give it everything. There's no time left.
And as you guys have had some really good games the last couple of years and stuff, where does this rank as top games in your career?
Personally, it reminds me of the state championship last year because, we won in double overtime, and it was the same thrill of just finally getting that extra push and winning the game.
Back here on the post-game show with Coach John Savage. And Coach, what a great game today. Tell me your take.
Two great teams going at each other, leaving it all on the field. I can't say anything about Scarsdale that I couldn't say about our team. It was two great teams, laying it all on the field, giving all they could, and the ball bounced for us at the end and went in. And that's the only difference. On any given day, that game could have been down at the other end, and Scarsdale could have been tipping it in. So we're very happy to win. It was a great win for us. It makes us, I think, the #1 seed. It clinches the league championship for us, too. That was for the league championship, that game. So it was a lot of things riding on it.
And that play, the penalty corner, was for the league championship. It was sudden death, and it didn't get any more exciting than that. And just tell me about that play. I think you could have called timeout. You had a timeout left if you wanted, but you let them play, and they had a great play on the penalty corner.
Well, we had called a timeout before that, and that was my last one.
Oh, okay.
But during that timeout, we said if we diagrammed the corner for that play, didn't work out. I said the next one we're going to run is a certain play we number, and Sophie Miller got the ball, drew out Erin Nichols, who was one of the best players in the section and gets out real fast. And we thought if we could get her coming out, we could send the ball across to E, and then E could either drive it to the opposite post or send it to the opposite post where Molly Banks needed to be. And Molly was there, E sent it, and Molly finished it. So it pretty much, as we drew it up, they did it.
And a great ending to a great game, and just you got to be happy with the game today.
I'm very happy with where the kids started out with at the beginning of the season, 0-4 to Scarsdale, to where we are now, league champs and hopefully the #1 seed. I think they've come a long way. We're young. We've got a lot of youngsters who know how to play the game, and they're meshing with the seniors. Paige Danahy and Sophie Miller, our two senior captains, have led us all the way, and they played great today with shutting down the kid Nichols, and not shutting her down, but at least controlling her so she couldn't cause enough damage. So I'm very proud of the whole team in stepping up and doing the job.
Back here on the post-game show, final score was 3-2 Mamaroneck on a sudden death penalty corner as time expired, but they played the last corner out as that happened in the first half and Scarsdale did it. And it was played by Molly Banks to Sophie Miller, and then Miller played it to Elizabeth Brissett, who played it to Banks, and Banks, there was a scrum in front and she was able to put it home for the goal. So one of the biggest goals the junior has scored in her career. And now Mamaroneck is 13-1-2, and they win Class A, the league title for their class, and they are now the 1 seed in Class A. So, and Scarsdale is now 13-2-1. A lot of people to thank for today's telecast, including the CEO, Eric Lewis, COO, Matt Sullivan. Community sports producer is Mr. Rob Moretti. For our camera crew, Jack Wells, BJ Person-Peary, and Rob Moretti, I'm Charlie McGraw saying thanks so much for watching this instant classic, and have a great evening.